Hello and welcome to another exciting episode. This is actually a part two of a part one series that we did on our super dad, our one in a million dad. In part one, she was explaining how of a great father he was, but some of the stuff that we said did not get recorded. So if you miss part one, please go and check it out. So this is part two, a continuation of what we did, and she explaining and a one in a million dad that she has. Don't get jealous now. Don't get jealous of her and her father's love and bond. All you have to do is tell your dad to love you and care for you the way her dad does. So, on set with us again is Miss Cheyenne. Thank you and welcome for joining us for part two of our wonderful, it's now a series, of a wonderful series and this wonderful dad. So we're going to continue and where we left off. So we were asking a series of questions and the type of person that our father is and why she loves our father so much. So do you want to remind them, before we jump into the questions, do you want to remind them and what a great father you have?
I'm sure they watched part one to see.
But what if they did not watch part one?
They need to go back and watch part one.
You need to go back and watch part one. So if you miss part one, you need to go back and watch part one.
Definitely.
And then you will see, or you will hear also, that she read a wonderful letter. A wonderful letter describing our one in a million. There's no other dad in the world like hers.
No.
So if you miss part one, you need to go and check it out right here and just start. So we'll be jumping right into the question segments. And if your dad had a super era name, what would it be and why?
If he had a superhero name, it would definitely be Mighty Man. And even though I explained it before, but we had that little mishap, Mighty Man would definitely be his name because he is as mighty as can be. You know how some persons like Superman have like, what's it called? The green thing that that weakens him. I don't think my father has one of those because no matter what, whether it's emotionally, whether it's physically, he just takes it so well. He
always finds a way to work it out.
He handles it so well, especially the past week. I started my internship, and as a college student, I'm broke. And every single day I get up, I'm like, okay, bus fare. I don't even say
and you find a way,
exactly.
you find a way to ensure that you have it.
And he gives it, and he's like, boy, you need to come put back some money in this piggy bank. And I was like, sir?
Eventually, it will happen.
It will happen, of course.
It will happen.
It will definitely happen. But Mighty, because he had so much things on his plate this week, he has to get my nephews ready, my little brother ready. Everybody has to be out of the house. He had doctor's appointment, and he handled it so well.
So well.
I'm like, I wouldn't do that. I'll crash. By Tuesday, I'm like,
burnout.
The week is done.
Complete burnout.
Complete burnout.
So indeed, that is a mighty man. So Superman, you got nothing on Mr. Meikle. You got nothing on Mr. Meikle, Superman. What's something people might not know about your dad that makes him that special person?
Something most persons won't know is that he is very emotionally inclined to his family.
Yeah.
So you know that how men are taught to be, you're a man, tough.
Tougher.
He's tough outside.
Yeah.
But when he comes in, he's like, you alright, you're good.
Yeah.
And he look at you and like, something alright.
He knows how to show that like a soft spot.
Exactly. Even with my younger brother, he's 5 years old, and 5 years old, he's at that age where he doesn't know how to express himself.
Yeah.
So normally he'll just go and just curl up underneath that his arm, and he'll be like, boy. And I'm like, what's going on here? And he's just so emotionally inclined towards his family. It's such a different persona from when he's outside with his friends. Outside he's tough, he's Mark.
Yeah.
Inside he's
It's
dad.
Mark Meikle, but inside is daddy, the go-to guy. Is your dad the go-to guy? Is your dad tough on the outside, but inside you have that like a soft spot? Let me know in the comment section. Has there been a tough time when your dad's support meant everything to you?
Multiple times, too much times. Especially throughout college, I didn't know what I was going to do in college. It was between psychology, economics. I can't find the money to go to college. When you're in college, especially when it's end of semester exams or mid-semester exams, it's the most trying times in your life. Trying to study 6 courses, 3 courses, back to back to back. And then one day I remember just breaking down and told Daddy, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm just at the end of my rope. He's like, no.
You can do it.
You can. You're going to take a break.
Yeah.
And you're going to roll and come again. And that's just how he shows it. Even when I was working, everybody knows that like the call center industry is one of the most mentally draining place to be.
Yeah.
I remember just sitting on the steps of the call center on break. I log out to the people that work, come on break.
Sit down.
And I called him and he was like, well, it's going to be tough now. But if you need to, you can just come home and we'll take care of it.
But then you have to get back
eventually you have to go out there.
You have to get back going.
He was like, you can take a break.
So just give you, just remind you, say, take a break, cool off.
Cool off
and after you cool off, back to work.
Yes.
That's wonderful. How has your relationship with your dad evolved as you have grown older?
As I've grown older, you go through multiple stages of life. You're a child, then you're a teenager, then you're a young adult. When you're a child, it's what your parents say. It's what daddy says goes. Yeah. Period. Point blank.
No matter what.
If he said jump, the only thing you must do, how high.
And how long must I jump for?
How long must you jump? Exactly. But then as you grow older into like your teenage years and you're starting to understand how the world works in reference to schooling, because you don't know anything else outside of that, he starts to give you like the little leeways. He's like, okay, this is your lunch money for the week. If you finish it by Wednesday, I'm sorry, fail.
Because you don't have no more.
Exactly, because he's teaching you when you're in the adult industry, when you're working for yourself, they pay you for the month. Yeah. Right? And if your pay done the second, third week, you don't have no more money.
Exactly, because you already got paid already.
Exactly, you have to wait. So he taught me that. He was like, you have to wait. So you have to bring lunch, cook lunch to go to school, but I'm not giving you any more money. Yeah. And when I'm now in this point in my life, yes, my father still gives me money to go to work every single day. Yeah. I was like, that's fair. And he still does it, but it's not as much as when you were younger. He'll give you money on Monday and say, don't come back till Wednesday. Yeah.
Because it also helps you to be responsible.
Exactly. So you make the money stretch some way, somehow. So I'm carrying lunch to school, just as how he taught me. Yeah. I'm carrying snacks to work. I'm not buying anything that I don't need. Yeah. And that's just how...
Spend wisely.
Exactly. You spend your money wisely, because if it's done, it's done.
Exactly. And that's it.
That's it.
If it's done, it's done.
If it's done,
so sometimes you need to be responsible. You're put in a position when your responsibility skills are tested. They are tested. So if you are not responsible, you're on your own. So you need to be responsible. What's a challenge your dad faced that made you admire him even more?
My father has faced too many challenges, in my opinion. Too many, from losing his child, losing his house, and just everyday challenges. Having a young adult, a spouse, having 2 young nephews living under his roof, and having a 5-year-old autistic son is so crazy. Yeah. You can imagine how many challenges he's going to face every single day. One particular one that happened last week, earlier in this week, was that my 2 nephews and my younger brother had to go all about the place. They had to go. It was one of my nephew's birthday. Yeah. And I wasn't available to go and buy the stuff or anything for his birthday, and my mother was definitely not available. So he had to navigate going to work, picking up these stuff for my nephew, ensuring everybody reaches school on time, ensuring he reaches school on time.
That's a lot on his plate.
For one day, and it's just one day.
That's a lot.
Not even the entire day, it's the matter of hours.
Yeah.
Because you know you have to get the children to school, you have to get them up, get breakfast, and it's a drag. I've seen it. I tried to do it on Tuesday, and it's a drag. You wake them up at 5:30, they're not moving till 6. 6:15, you send them to brush them teeth, they're standing in the bathroom, like, and I'm like,
it's a zombie phase.
What is going on?
Is it the body wake up, you know, but the brain don't wake up yet. The brain is still sleeping.
Not
So
even when they're in the bathroom, they're just standing up, and I'm like, babe, like you're coming in, and then daddy does it so perfectly. I'm like, I can't do that.
you can't manage it.
I can't do that. I'll just lock the door and go sleep back.
So I say that is skills is a different
It's a
type
different-
of skills.
It's a different breed because he's like Josh and Kevin, that's my nephews. Go bed,
Yeah.
and he must stand up out there and watch them bed.
Yeah.
Then come back, make breakfast, then he has to bathe my younger brother, and that's just how. And he gets it done so quickly. I'm like, I could never.
Could never. You see why dads are important? And you see why her dad is super important? Okay. What's one of the funniest thing that your dad has ever done? Or that you can remember your dad has ever done?
I always like to share this because it is funny even to this day. It's when he's talking about when he was back in the day.
Yeah.
So back in the day, him and his friends normally do all sorts of stuff, and he used to live on a hill. So him and his friend Patty, as the name suggests,
Yeah.
his Pat. So they were doing some foolishness at the top of the hill, and then the next second he's saying that, oh, and Fatty Boo just rolled down
Roll
the
on
hill.
the hill.
Boom, 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 boom. And I was like,
So he was speaking it and he was also describing what was happening.
he's articulating it, and I was like, suppose Fatty Boo never want nobody say that, and
Oh,
then
man.
Fatty Boo will just jump in and be like, yeah, Mark,
Yeah.
I remember you used to, and I'm like, guys.
So it become a back and forth thing.
Yes.
So you are telling what happened to me I gonna say what happened to you.
And then just a back and forth. Sometimes you just have to look and shake their head. I'm
But
like,
it's
oh
their
my God.
experience
It's their
and
experience,
is
and
what
they-
keep them
Yeah, and
keep
it
a
keeps
bond
them
to
so
them.
strong, and I don't know. It's like their type of loving.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different. I'm like, okay, guys, calm down now. And they bring up a next story and a next
So you
story and
see,
a next
so
story.
simple it is, one story, one memory lead from one thing to the next to the
Everything.
next, and it turn out into an entire conversation.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
it is. It
Yeah.
is.
If you could plan the perfect Father's Day for your dad, what would it look like?
Definitely to have him go to some all-inclusive. Let's say Father's Day is typically on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So he'll go to the all-inclusive Saturday nights. I get up the Saturday morning and be like, hey, we're going somewhere. Just pack a bag. Let's go. Ta-da-da-da-da.
It's your time to
It's
relax
your
and
time
lay
to
back.
relax. I book him in Saturday evening, 6 p.m. normally
Yeah.
booking time. And then Sunday he just relaxes. He eats all the food he wants to eat.
Unlimited.
Unlimited massages, anything pool, sitting by the pool. And I think that's just him. He doesn't like, the excitement. He likes the calmness, the collectiveness of like the serenity of the place. That's just him.
You just love to take that in.
Yes, that's him.
What's a song, movie, or book that always reminds you of your dad?
I'll go with the song portion because I'm a song fanatic.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's a very sad song, but I was listening to it even this morning because when your songs are on shuffle,
Yeah.
and it's How Do I Say Goodbye by Dean Lewis.
Yeah.
So it basically articulates how his father had like a serious illness and how his father almost died, and then he saw the value of his father. He's like, how am I going to live without you
Exactly.
in this portion of my life? Like, it's not time.
Yeah.
And then I reflect on it, I'm like, there are so many instances that my father could have passed away and I would not have him here with me. And it just always like, it brings me into this emotion state where I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm so very happy that I have my father still here with me, but I do know that one day, unfortunately, he is going to go. Hopefully after me, but he is going to go. And I just have to bear that in mind that I'm always supposed to be very happy that he's still in my life.
Yeah. So you see, if you have the value of someone that is like her dad, you need to see the value that they play, the role they play in your life from early. You understand? Don't really wait until you think you're going to lose them. Value them from now. Yeah, value them from now. It's like they would say, give them their flowers from now. So value them from now, treat them nice from now, do all the nice things, and remember all of what they did for you, and you turn around and repay the favor. So, if you could tell the world one thing about your dad, what would it be?
If I could tell the world one thing about my dad, knowing that my sister is watching, but I'll be like, yeah, my dad is amazing. I cannot put into words how amazing and spectacular my father is. From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to say I love you, Daddy. Like, I don't think people actually say to your parents, I love you, until like they're in deep problems or they're
that's
passed
when they start
on
to
and
show
gone.
certain emotions.
Exactly, and you need to tell your father beforehand or your parent, any parent, that
Beforehand.
okay, I love you, even though you whack me, because I know some parents whack them. My daddy has
It's
never
for the
hit me.
best.
My daddy has
90% of the time, it's for the best.
like I used to brag and say this, like my daddy has never hit me. My dad, he pinched me and tell me what are you doing, but so I love you, Daddy. You're the best. You're amazing, and you just keep on doing what you're doing because you're killing it.
And you will be rewarded.
Definitely.
Definitely. What's a dream or goal your dad has that you would love to see him achieve?
Well, I think he's on the path to achieving this goal
That's
right
wonderful.
now by the ending of the year.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, but it's definitely owning his own house.
Yeah.
And he's definitely on the path. So when he's there, I'm definitely going to surprise him. I can't say because he's going to push it. I'm going to surprise him with a little, something just to show him my appreciation.
Yeah,
And when you hit a goal, a major goal in life, you want everybody to know. And that's just how you should show it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
What's one thing you hope to pass on from your dad to your future family?
so one thing, I don't go off with saying one, multiple things.
Yeah,
I
there's
can,
multiple because he's a one in a million dad. So there are multiple stuff
They can't
that
say,
you can
"Oh,
pass on. You understand? So what are a few of the stuff that
Okay.
you would like to pass on?
his determination, his stubbornness.
Yeah.
I know it goes hand in hand, but those two, how he treats his family, how he treats his friends, how he treats strangers,
Yeah.
definitely how his character is. Like, if you know my dad, like my dad is calm, cool, and collected.
He is. He's
He's-
very calm, cool. and
I've
collected.
never seen this man pissed off at anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. And if he's pissed off at somebody that I've never seen, you deserve it.
Definitely, because you have to. I can say because I know him personally. So you have to really
Really hit
do
on her.
something for that man to break character. So as you said, if him get out on you, you deserve it.
Definitely your fault. But
Definitely your
those are
fault.
just a few things that I want to incorporate in my future family from my no family.
Yeah. If you could say one thing to your dad right now, with the entire world watching and listening, what would that be?
With Jodie and Miko watching this, I'm telling you that I am the favorite child.
Hands down.
Hands down. Point blank, period. But to my father, I'd like to definitely say, besides I love you, I hope you do excel in every single thing that you do. I know, like you're old, like, when old persons realize that they're old, they're like, oh, my life done. No,
Yeah, no,
it just
no.
started. But to everybody out there, I'd like to say that I have the 1 in a million father. I have the world's greatest father. And also to the fathers out there, I'd like to say, if you're not already, step up into your role, step up into your position. Tell your children that, hey, I love you. Some children, they just want to hear that. Some parents aren't really the touchy-feely type.
Yeah.
But you don't have to tell them, because children know.
Exactly.
Even if you don't tell them, children know. But like, have a date with your children. And one-on-one, not just everybody, because you aren't really able to give every single person the attention that they desire from you if you have, let's say, all three of your children going out. No, have like a one-on-one with your child. Say, hi, how is school? How are you doing personally? I think those are some of the things that parents and fathers overlook. My father don't overlook it. He's like, how was school today? How was work? Like, have a conversation, not just go and wash the dishes, go and do this, go and do that. No, say, hi, how are you feeling?
Find a way to bond.
Yes, find something. You know, some children like football. If you have a son that likes football, let's go outside and play football. You have a daughter that likes to dance. Okay, let's put you in a dance class. You know, there are some daddy-daughter dance classes. Let's go ahead and try this one out.
Yeah.
Like, do something for your child that makes them feel special, that makes them feel valued. And that's how you start off being like Albert Monmico. Period.
Well, she has said it all. And as we said before, if you miss part 1, you need to go back and check it out. Because she have just laid down the rules, the guidelines. She has said it all. So if you're that parent, if you're that dad out there, and you're not doing all of what she just said, you need to take a page, not even a page, you need to borrow the book from Mr. Meikle. Read that book and apply everything in it to your kids. So again, I'm urging you, go and check out part 1. Remember, cherish your dads, cherish your parents. Don't wait until you think that you're going to lose them, because they play a very important role in family life and the kids' life. So once they're around you, cherish them. Thank you for joining us on Just Talk, and see you again very soon.